Hey guys, how's it going? We are back and welcome to part 1 of my free-to-play hardcore Ironman account. This has really been a long time coming, and my YouTube account really is primarily known for my free-to-play Ironman account that I did quite some time ago. All the clips you're going to be seeing today were recorded from live streaming, so if you weren't in the live stream, go ahead and click the link in the description below, go follow me on Twitch, and you can actually watch me doing this series live. And yeah, that's something that hopefully you guys would be interested in. We had a really good time during the 2 streams that this video is consisted of, and yeah, hope you're looking forward to it. I certainly am. Obviously, whenever you start off a free-to-play account, there's really a few key goals that really come to mind when you think of goals that you want to have for your account in the short term and the long term. Some short-term goals that I have for this account are to get up to 40 fishing and complete all of the free-to-play quests. Now, obviously the latter of those isn't super short-term because Dragon Slayer, especially on a hardcore Ironman, you don't want to chance that it's going to take me quite some time to get the stats to do that. But compared to the other goals that I kind of have, it is relatively short-term. And the long-term goals that I have are to get up to 500 total level to access the free-to-play 500 total level worlds, which is going to be really helpful for me to make money. Obviously, you guys know from videos that I've done previously, my favorite money-making method in the free-to-play game is to fish lobsters and then just sell it to the store. Now, after I released the video talking about that and kind of saying, hey, this is a really good way for free-to-play players to make money, every time you go to a fishing store in a free-to-play world, they're all sold up to 30, which is the limit you want to sell at. And the majority of the selling that happens on these free-to-play worlds up to the 30 capacity is done by bots. So once you get the 500 total level and the 750 total level, which is another long-term goal of mine, for those respective worlds on the free-to-play game, you really cut the bots out and there's a lot more availability to sell the lobsters to the shops, which is obviously a great improvement for your money making. But anyways, getting into the content you're seeing on screen and not the long-term goals, actually Iron Hammer right here, like I was saying, I was streaming and he came along and kind of found me, stream sniped me a little bit. But yeah, I kind of got some of the really early content done, did Cook's Assistant so I can use the range down there, doing Restless Ghost right now to get the 10 prayer, or 9 prayer really, but it puts you quite close to 10, which is really nice. Restless Ghost, I mean, for any free-to-play player, is one of the first quests you have to do because that prayer XP is kind of overpowered in my opinion. Got a couple of combat levels just training on goblins. Obviously you want to get your defense and your HP up as in our hardcore Ironman because you don't want to have any real chance of getting killed. It's really quite difficult to attain a Ring of Life as a free-to-play player, so that's not really an option for you. But yeah, as you can see right here, actually the clan chat had at one point, I think it was 8 people in it, so if you aren't already, go into the clan chat Xrenor. And yeah, it's been really quite active since Hardcore Ironman came out, and with me streaming even more lately, it's only going to be getting bigger. And here we are actually completing the Sheep Shearer quest, another really easy quest to get a little bit of crafting XP from there. And 60 coins, which is basically useless. I can use that to go to Al-Kharid 6 times and that's about it. And then we come up here to Varrock. I actually had the, in my opinion, wise idea to do Rune Mysteries and Romeo and Juliet at the same time. So what I did is I started Rune Mysteries in Lumbridge and then down at the Wizard Tower, and then walked all the way up to Varrock, did all the stuff there for Romeo and Juliet, and then wrapped up Rune Mysteries by talking to the Aubrey there and then teleporting back down to the Wizard's Tower to finish that. So really 2 birds with 1 stone, and you're about to see coming up here me wrapping up Rune Mysteries. Rune crafting is going to be a big feature of this series again because getting the runes is quite annoying. Once I get to a point where I can use alks to get money, I'll just buy the runes, but until then there probably will be a fair bit of rune crafting, which in all honesty I'm probably not looking forward to because I've had to do a whole hell of a lot of my other Ironman anyways, so yeah, back to that I guess. Also, I had the realization while I was doing Romeo and Juliet for about the 15th time on just any account, that there is an absolute ton of dialogue in this quest. It took me absolutely forever just to spam through that. But we do get the 5 quest points, which is quite nice, puts us closer to the 32 that we need to get in the Champions Guild. Obviously, we are quite a long ways away from even attempting Dragon Slayer. We're not even at the point where we want to try Demon Slayer or Vampire Slayer. But yeah, still want to be getting those quest points early on, and obviously, like I was saying, completing the free-to-play quest is an early goal, and should be an early goal for every free-to-play Ironman. But speaking of Demon Slayer and Vampire Slayer and kind of just pertaining to short-term goals, those are two quests that likely will be finished in the next episode, or next part 2. Obviously need to train up my combat a little bit, but that kind of is the order of the day. The next episode is going to be kind of dedicated to just getting the combat up to complete those quests. They do give some pretty darn good rewards, so I think that's probably the next order of business. Obviously, a bit of a throwback here for the people who have been here since the original free-to-play Ironman and kind of are OGs to the channel. We're going to have to go look for that blue bead during Imp Catcher and get the Amulet of Accuracy. That's probably something I need to start soon, because I don't want to have to camp imps for another 3 hours like I had to last time. But as you saw there, we did actually get 10 prayer just from using a lamp. I had that lamp since actually like one of the first few minutes of the account, and I just held onto it till I had a stat that was high enough to actually really benefit from using it. But one thing that I actually didn't even know of until, I think it was Castrated, who was in the clan chat, told me about it. The Chronicle Book here. Definitely, if you're a free-to-play player, or really any player it seems like, go pick up this book, because you can actually buy it and then buy pages for it. And if you put the pages in the book, they count as kind of teleport tabs to the Champions Guild, which isn't as good of a teleport as opposed to the teleport to Varrock, but for players who don't really have the level for it, it's certainly nice. But as we wrap up the episode here, we are going to be finishing up the Stronghold of Security, getting the 10k, and then using that to buy a steel sword. At this point, I just want you to remind you, if you have enjoyed this episode, make sure to like it, and if you are going to enjoy this series, which I really hope you are, I've got a lot of stuff planned for it, and I really feel good about it going forward, make sure to subscribe to the channel, because we've got a lot of exciting stuff coming. But yeah, and if you have any ideas for goals that I should have, or kind of stuff going forward, make sure to leave that in the comments down below. But anyways guys, that is going to be all for the first part of my free-to-play hardcore Ironman series. I hope you have enjoyed, and I'll be seeing you later.